What are some other structural approaches to your video resume script? One of the most influential people for me in the video space is Sean Cannel of Think Media and the Think Media podcast, and the author of YouTube Secrets. He also hosts an online learning community, Video Ranking Academy. While his target audience is aspiring YouTubers, most of what he teaches is transferable to anyone who wants to use video to promote a persona, an idea, or a product. So what are some of the structural approaches he uses to craft a video script? In our case, a video resume script. He suggests a number of different factors to include in your video script depending on the purpose of your video. While the purpose of a video resume is to get an interview and hopefully a job, you may create different versions for different purposes. For example, you may want to create a video introduction to post to your LinkedIn account, as well as create individual video resumes targeted at a specific industry or in response to a specific job ad. As you can see, there are several options to consider when planning your script. Some of the things suggested to include in a video, depending on its purpose, include the following. Start with a hook. Introduce yourself. Establish authority. Share testimonials. Deliver value. Identify a problem. Break down mindsets. Offer a solution. Share benefits and features. Have a call to action, and say thank you. Now, these items are listed as ideas. You wouldn't need to include something from every item, but you could highlight 4 or 5 of these items when preparing your script. In our previous example from Sarah Blakely, we used the following. We identified a problem. We drew attention to the employer's pain point. We shared benefits and features. We talked about the job seeker's uniqueness. We offered a solution. We offered the job seeker's services and expertise. And we established authority. We explained why the job seeker would be a good choice. Another approach may be to focus on offering the employer value, your value. So introduce yourself. State your name and the industry you're in or your title. Deliver value. Share insider knowledge, perhaps about social media, video games, or a specialized digital program that most people aren't familiar with, but that your knowledge of would be valued by the employer. Break down mindsets. Counter any objections about this insider knowledge, perhaps sharing myths versus facts. Offer a solution. Relate your insider knowledge to how you'd be a good fit for the role you're applying to. Perhaps briefly describing the additional experience you'd bring, whether it be through work experience, education, or even hands-on experience from being an enthusiast or a hobbyist. Have a call to action. Invite the employer to connect with you for an interview, or even to follow your YouTube or social media channels to build authority and trust in you as a prospect. If you're considering creating a video resume that is more general or would appeal to a wider audience, perhaps one you would post to your LinkedIn profile, you might want to include the following. Start with a hook. This might be in the form of a question or a quote or a shocking statistic that relates to your industry. Establish authority. Share something about yourself that would build trust, such as your formal training or education, or perhaps your years of relevant experience. Share benefits and features. This would relate to the benefits you could bring to an organization, some of the specific ways in which you have the potential to be a good fit. Have a call to action. Invite your viewers to connect with you in public forums such as social media or in private via email, direct message on LinkedIn, or through your website if you have one. Say thank you. Thank the viewer for taking the time to watch your video, for their interest, and for connecting. Now it's time to practice. Download the video marketing script frameworks and experiment with ideas of what items you might want to share. Fill in the table with your ideas. You may or may not choose to use all of your ideas, but it will be a helpful exercise to write everything down. You may find that you'll use different approaches for different videos depending on the job you're applying for or the target audience of your video resume.